Hey everybody, it's PartyElite. Welcome back to our Age of Wonders 4 Let's Play featuring the God King Gurgle of the Growth. Our war on three fronts continues, but the first order of business today is to address this cry for mercy from Hot Toady. I asked last session what you all thought about this peace treaty, this offer for a truce where we'd get 10 turns of peace with at least the Riveters, while also securing some additional mana and gold at a time when our economy is looking rather worrisome. Many of you felt as though taking the peace would be the right option, but many others felt otherwise. I was actually surprised to see the split be relatively down the middle in terms of those of you that were happy to take the truce and those of you that were adamant that it's not befitting of Gurgle and the Growth. So I had to think about this. Purely strategically speaking, 10 turns of truce would be fantastic for us. It would allow us to regroup and recuperate. It would allow us to shift our focus to Fangir and Carissa the Red, both of whom have been amassing massive armies and actually threatening us time and time again, with Fangir especially trying to strike its spore pit. So a truce sounds strategically, well, sound, for lack of a better word. But I have to wonder, is that befitting of Gurgle and the Growth? This entity that continues to grow and consume and subsume everything around it. Does it make sense for us to stop because something is pleading for its life? See, if they were willing to bend the knee as those free cities did, then that's a different conversation. Sure, it's a form of subjugation. Some of you argued that them begging for peace is a form of subjugation, but no, they're still seeking their independence. They still want to have control over what little they have left, and that's simply unacceptable. And so, in the interest of roleplay, we are once more making what is definitely the suboptimal strategic decision over here, folks, and declining this desire for peace. It's gonna hurt. It's going to hurt a lot. We could try, maybe sometime down the line, to negotiate for a peace where we become their overlord. And it seems as though if we had 795 mana, they would actually accept. Now that's a long shot. It'll be a very, very long time and a cold day in hell before we actually acquire that much mana. By that point in time, we may as well eliminate them completely. But if we were to lose all of our summoned units, it would just be a matter of, 3 turns before we could force them into being our vassals? I mean, down the line, the cost might reduce, but not significantly enough such that we'd actually be able to afford it. And so, unfortunately for some, but fortunately for us, the war goes on. I'm a little concerned, folks. Again, the 220 fortification health over here is going to be a huge problem for us. Again, don't forget that we've committed 3 full stacks to taking Upastrand, and we're actually sending Baba the Boar over as well, which might not be the wisest move, actually. We might need them up over here instead, where, again, as I said, Carissa is amassing a huge army. 3 full stacks plus another near full stack, and I'm sure there's much more waiting in the fog of war up over there as well, so just something for us to worry about. As down over here we are preparing some of our troops, though truth be told, we might actually need to pull back to Spore Pit if this aggression from Fangir continues. Who knows what's waiting in the fog of war here? Who knows what's waiting right around the mountain bend over here, and what might show up on our shores once more? This one remaining gargoyle army isn't that scary, sure, but God knows what's coming. So there's a lot going on right now, and this war on 3 fronts is getting rather hard to manage. But again, like I said, sometimes when you roleplay, you have to make the suboptimal decision, and it makes things a bit more spicy, let's call it. With that said, though, something that's getting a little too spicy is our economy, or perhaps I should say it's not spicy enough. Again, like I said earlier, it's in a bit of a pitiful state, and some of you suggested that we maybe free some of our cities up and, set them up as vassals instead. And that might just be necessary. Stoneforge hasn't been absorbed just yet. That's going to happen in about 2 turns' time. And as we get further and further beyond our city cap, our economy is going to suffer more and more. So perhaps in the best interest of our economy, we should free Woundheart up to be a vassal city instead. I could cancel the academy construction. It's not entirely necessary. They'll take advantage of it and pass some of that production up to us as our vassals. But it would take 4 turns to release them as a vassal city. And I'm just not sure if it's the right call. I think it probably is. I mean, they generate quite a bit of mana, and if they become our vassals, they'd still generate that much mana, but only a fraction of that would actually be passed up to us. And I'm just not sure about the mathematics there. I'm just not sure about the arithmetic there, but releasing them as a vassal city is probably the better option, purely mathematically speaking. And I do think it does work with our overall approach to our faction. Again, we have plenty of vassals. I'm open to releasing people as vassals because it's a form of subjugation, a proper form of subjugation. Peace is not. So something I'm still considering, something we're almost definitely going to dive in on, but holding off on it for the time being. And I do want to address the suggestion that the fungal sanctum gets released as a vassal city instead. The only reason I'm not considering that is because I quite like the soothers. I would like to have access to those moving forward outside of our rally of the lieges. And so I think I'm going to hold on to the fungal sanctum over here and just keep access to some of these units that I quite like. They're also relatively safely tucked away, so I don't have to worry too much about them until an enemy shows up through this underground passage. So I feel comfortable about keeping Fungal Sanctum under my control directly. With that said, let's take a look at some of our armies up over here who still need orders. I do believe they're staying put as we look to top up our health over here, and we're waiting for these guys to free up as well. Next turn, we'll be able to move up towards Thunderwell, though truth be told, I don't know if that's the best idea right now. We'll see what else is going on up there. I am a little nervous about the situation with Carissa because it's escalating. It's escalating. They haven't attacked us yet, but I see why now because they've just been preparing. Meanwhile, down over here, our Berserker is able to strike over here. Can we bring these guys down? No, not yet. It'll have to wait until next turn. Yes, I see that this is a low-risk battle, but why risk it? You know, we'll just wait the one more turn, bring these guys down, finish this Gargoyle off, and see what comes next for this 1.5 stack that we're seeing over here as Spore Pit is recruiting an additional Wild Speaker as well. With all that looked at, we can ignore the production at Fungal Sanctum. We can ignore the hero's offer to join because it's not actually a new hero. It's just because we have room for one, but we don't have the economy for one. So we're going to ignore that as well. And separately, I just want to check really quickly our diplomatic overview to see what our free cities are looking like. I do believe these are all bonded vassals. No, they're not. A couple of flourishing vassalages. So beyond bonded vassalage, but they're not yet at supreme vassalage. That'll take 4 turns here and 7 turns here. As soon as that happens, we'll want to take a look at leaving some of these Whispering Stones at, for example, Spore Pit to make sure we are improving stability because, again, being unstable is a further hit to our economy. So quite a lot going on right now, and depending on how the AI approaches us, we're going to have quite a lot more happening too. But folks, with that said, let's hit the end turn button, and as I do so, just want to mention as always, if you've been enjoying this series, if you would like to see it continue, please don't hesitate to keep letting me know by leaving those likes and comments down below. They do make a very big difference to how I approach things on the channel. They let me know what people are enjoying. They let me know what I should do more or less of as series continues. Folks, holy crap. I don't know if you're seeing this, but this is terrifying. My goodness. I jinxed myself, didn't I? Just by mentioning the Fog of War over here, I think I jinxed myself. That is absolute madness. That is more than 2 full stacks. And over here we have another battle. Oh, this is the Marauder Guard that has been chasing our spider for so very long. So this is fine, safe battle. We'll auto-resolve this one. No need to fight it unless something goes horribly wrong. Nope, looks like we're good. Excellent stuff. Finally dealt with the Marauder Guard there. But, I mean, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, folks. This is terrifying. What are we up against over here? We got some Gargoyles, we've got some Spell Breakers. Oh no, you know what? These guys are going to have Soothers. They have 3 Soothers. No, God, no. Arcane Guard. What else have you got? Some of these Arcanists, their Cosmic Bolts don't look all that scary, but when they stack up, they can be. Like when they get multiple shots off in a turn. Don't like that. Don't like that. They got some Scouts as well, so that's... Okay, fine, fair enough. They got some Scouts. That's actually a little bit of a relief. But overall, these armies are terrifying. Iron Golems, we got some Spellbreakers. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Okay, we're in trouble. We're in trouble, and the next Rally of the Lieges is not available until 9 turns pass. Even if I spend the money to muster the Lieges, it'll still take 5 turns. And it's not going to take them 5 turns to hit Spore Pit, so we have to be very careful over here. Meanwhile, this army has doubled in size, if I'm not mistaken. They must have used some magic or something. But now we have 2 Gargoyles to deal with. Okay. Fair enough, fair enough. How far can you reach next turn? Just short of Spore Pit. Spore Pit, are you building anything that could help here? We could get some stone walls down. Plus 40 fortification health buys us some time so that reinforcements can come over here and help us out. I think that's the right call. We're not going to be able to afford the rush but maybe once a turn goes by, maybe once 2 turns go by, we will be able to afford it. So gonna hang tight for that. The Wild Speaker will be here next turn, so that's good to see as well. But yes, let's go ahead and deal with the Gargoyle over here. I can send our Berserker up over here. I can get you to join the stack, and then I can get you to actually dive in there, and it should be a safe battle. Just putting things as much in our favor as possible so we don't lose any units over here. We can definitely not afford that. So auto-resolve this, and hopefully it goes smoothly. Excellent. Everything is dead on the enemy's side. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and pull back towards Spore Pit over here. And with you as well, back into Spore Pit. This is going to be rough, folks. This is going to be rough, but you know what this means? This means our aggression against Carissa has to wait. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yikes. That's another full stack back there. So they've got 3 stacks, a new one forming. They got, let's call it 2 stacks over here, and probably more in the Fog of War. I should have taken that truce with Hot Toady. I should have taken that truce. But nah, this will be fun. This will be fun. Here's the concern, though. I think we have to pull back. I think we might have to sacrifice Kregmar and stuff, allow Carissa to take some of that so that these 3 can perhaps pull back towards Spore Pit and hold the line over here. I could bring just one of them back, perhaps, and then we'll end up with 3 stacks. Yeah, that works as long as Spore Pit can recruit quickly enough. But who do I bring back here? Who do I bring back? We need a hero up over here if we are going to be aggressive against Thunderwell. I suppose I could pull you back in, or I could pull you back in. I do like these wolves. They are quite capable and quite powerful. Jeez, they worked so nicely in tandem that battle 2 episodes ago or so. Very familiar with how that felt. Alright, you know what? Let's go ahead and pull these guys back. How long will it take you? 4 turns? Yikes, 4 turns. 4 turns. It's rough, but it'll do the trick. We'll get here in time before they break down our defenses, so sure, let's make that move. 4 turns it shall take. That's fine. You know what? It might actually take longer. I don't think the game is accounting for the full turn it'll take to get into the water. So 5 turns. We should still be fine, though. We'll see. Only one way to find out. Meanwhile, up over here, I mean, geez, I don't feel like I'm in a good enough position to strike at all this at once. What I'm thinking then is maybe we hold the line over here, let them come to us perhaps, try and single them out, isolate them, and pick the optimal fights. Jeez, this is really not how I pictured this. This is really not how I pictured this. Okay, let's stay put over here. Let's keep our eyes on the enemy and otherwise stay put over here. You're good, you're good, you're good, and you are good as well. We'll move them around as necessary when needed. Down over here, Baba the Boar. You know what I'm actually going to do over here is I think dive into Glitter Grove. This will generate additional mana for us. I don't think... Does it belong to us? Capture and release Ancient Wonder? Well, no. We'll see what happens once Stoneforge actually becomes ours, because I believe Glitter Grove will give us access to that extra mana. So let's give it a turn, see what happens to our mana. If Glitter Grove doesn't automatically become ours, it should, because it seems as though it was secured by Hot Toady. But if it doesn't, we have Baba right there to help get the job done. But down over here, how are we looking in terms of health? Bit of damage taken here and there. Not in the best position. Again, 1 turn, this will become ours, and then we can heal in this situation. Sure. Let's go ahead and pull you back to here. Let's get you guys forming up a stack. Down over here, I can move you up as well. There's 1 full stack. Pull you back up to here. Pull you back up to here. You know what? Baba might actually pull back up there because we have our 3 full stacks over here. Do we have any nymphs? We have 1 nymph and a bunch of protectors. You're fine as you are. I just wonder if we can't bring a unit over. I don't want to sacrifice the strength of one of these stacks because they're going to go up against this. You know what? We're fine. We're fine here. Baba, turn you around. I do think we need more strength up over there. Now that I've seen the, I want to call it full strength of Carissa, but there's probably more to come. Sure. Fungal Sanctum, you're good as you are. Nothing to build over here while the economy is in tatters, so we'll leave that be. Ruler has leveled up. I noticed that happening earlier. That is Gurgle once more. What to do here, though? What to do? Let's take a look at our support options. Pack Leader is for our animal units. True Sight might be very helpful, actually, spotting those invisible and camouflaged units that have been flummoxing us for so long. Vigor, the extra HP isn't too shabby. Forest Warden. Again, this pairs nicely with some spells we have access to, but we just don't have the mana to spend on some of those spells, unfortunately. Inspiring Leader helps with upkeep cost. Oh, you know what? That actually might be very valuable right now. Precision Training is good for accuracy and crit chance. Not bad. Spur to Action gives us what? Extra action points for a targeted friendly unit. Can only be used once per battle, though. I'm going to go ahead and try Inspiring Leader. He's been leading for long enough to be considered inspiring, I think. Let's confirm that. And, wow, you know what? That was marginal at best. It's because his own army is, I guess, not that expensive. Let's go ahead and shift somebody over. Let's get our, sure, Ice Spider Matriarch in here. Okay, I guess we can't do that this turn. Can anybody move this turn? No, all right, fair enough. The point being that we'll get reduced upkeep by filling that slot, right? Anyway, Fangir has returned to Hexpont. That means he is back from the beyond, let's call it. Otherwise, our domain has been invaded. What now? I don't see anything. Maybe something is sneaking around. I'm wondering, actually, Spore Pit, can I? No, I can't. It's way too expensive. Because if I could secure some additional provinces, that's a good way to recruit additional units. But don't forget, additional provinces means reduced stability. So, something to be careful about, obviously. Man, okay. This is gonna get rough. This is gonna get real rough, real fast. And that's if it isn't already rough. Let's see what Fangir does over here. Okay. Okay. Alright. I don't mind that. Split up, spread out. Actually, do I mind that? They're actually falling back. I don't mind that, that's for sure. Okay, this is good. This is very good. Very confusing as well, truth be told, but I'll take it. Can we isolate these two stacks and take them out? What do we have here? Sins of the God King. How dare you? Some of your berserkers reportedly captured travelers peddling petty wares. Your warriors proved to be cruel prisoner guards. Desperate, the captured traders yank their fetters and beg their captors for release. Upon seeing your arrival, they throw themselves to the ground to grovel. One of your berserkers chuckles and shouts, "You think our God King will save you? He has done more heinous things to better men than you." As your warriors start stomping on the traders, you consider their actions. Are they merely echoing your leadership? Well, hang on now. We're not this kind of goofy evil. What can we do here? Put the traders in the pillories for Spore Pit's entertainment? I mean, it's good for stability, and we kind of need that right now. We can encourage the berserkers to kick the traders harder, making us even more evil, and all of our units gain slightly increased morale, which is good for critical hit chances and stuff like that on the battlefield. We could sell the pitiful traders to foreign slavers. Oh, that is a good amount of gold. That is a good amount of gold. Or we could free the traders and compensate them for their maltreatment. That's an obvious no. Let's put the traders in the pillories for Spore Pit's entertainment. I think that's fine. None of these really line up perfectly, so I'm thinking somewhat strategically here. We need the extra stability, so let's put the traders in pillories. By the way, you can see the impact of our additional city over here. Now that we're at 6 out of 4, our mana is in the negatives. Our gold is not looking too hot. In fact, we have less than 4 turns of mana now. So this is far from ideal, folks. This is very far from ideal. I think the decision has been made. Over to Woundheart we go, where we're going to go ahead and release you as a vassal city. Yes, it'll take 4 turns, but it's the right call. This is our most recent addition. They don't have any particular units on offer that I'm particularly enamored by, and they were once a free city. They've now been fully subjugated. They can be a quote-unquote free city once more. This is nerve-wracking, though. Do we have any trade opportunities to maybe gain some mana? Let's take a look at our options here. No, we have to pay mana over here. What about down with Fangvale? If we were to trade with you, yeah, we could get a bit of mana. Not nearly enough. I don't know if it's worth the gold investment. And what about Slam Pit up over here? What do you guys have on offer if we trade? Oh, yeah, that's a bit more mana. Reduces the bleed. And remember, the mana on the campaign map is equivalent to the mana on the battlefield. Right, so we need that mana. You know what? Here, take some gold, give me some mana. Let's reduce the bleeding, at least for those 4 turns when we are so horrendously over our city cap. It'll still be a handful of turns before we can get expanded governance once more. Again, we need 500 Imperium for that, so still hanging tight and hoping for the best. Should have pulled the trigger on releasing as a vassal city sooner, I think. But hey, it is what it is. You, my good friend, should probably move up this way. Ah, well, now it's a difficult call. You know what? Let's keep pulling these guys back. Because realistically speaking, these armies that are pulling back might change their mind and try to push through again, right? So let's pull these guys back, and at the same time, let's move these 2 stacks towards these 2 stacks. I can get you... Sure, coming down that way. I'm not going to build any additional roads, as tempting as it is. Let's get you coming down this way as well, sticking close together, and hopefully these guys don't back out into the water or anything. Yeah, they're tier 1s. We could very easily wipe these guys out, but hopefully the supporting units don't show back up. All right, cool. Feeling good about that. Let's take a look at our situation here and our situation here. Yeah, these guys are just clumping up. Impossible battle, obviously. Well, Baba's about to show up. Do I want to stack up over here? Do I want to see what's going on underground over here? There's Heartfang, another enemy city, with very little to say in terms of defensive capabilities. I wonder if Baba could come through over here. Not topped up in terms of health, which is unfortunate. What about you? No, you can't make it all the way, but you could try. They're so close to us, actually. We could try to push through over here. I just worry about being caught with my pants down. I don't think we can actually enter the underground, but let's close the gap to it. Yep, we can't enter, as predicted. Let's get you up over here as well. Let's get you up over here, and let's get you guys moving up here as well. Gonna leave some of these troops up top for sure, in case they try to make a move. But if we can get down here and secure Heartfang before they can get their defenses up by too much, that'll be great. I could still send Baba through, but I want Baba to be healed up, right? And we're currently in friendly territory after having secured Stoneforge, so we're going to stick to that. Bitter Grove, meanwhile, is currently ours. Are you ours? Let me check something here. It's... I don't think you are. I don't think you are. So let's pull this army up to here. Let's add the Ice Spider Matriarch to you. And the next turn we might try and take Glitter Grove. Because if we move over to the Desecrated Temple... No, it still also says when annexed. Brawler's Nest, when annexed. Let me check Stoneforge over here. Astral Dew, mana... Huh. Oh god, that city cap multiplier, -49, that's huge. Let's check Thorn over here really quickly. So I just want to make sure... Yeah, you can see the Secret Temple references the Desecrated Temple. We do not have a similar marker over here. Unless... Oh, that +22? Maybe. There's no label on there, though. Look, it doesn't hurt to check. We're still healing up over here, so it doesn't hurt to check. Let's keep these guys moving together, though, just in case. And after we're done healing up, we're going to move. So this is fine. It's not like we wasted any time. And I'd rather be sure. Better safe than sorry in a case like the economy, right? Up over here, stay put. Up over here, stay put. Diffuse health has been researched. Good stuff. Let's pick our next tome. As a result of that, and as it was pointed out in the comments, we actually have the Tome of Paradise as an option too. And this has some interesting picks. So it's the Tome of Paradise or the Tome of Nature's Wrath. Last session, we talked about the Tome of Nature's Wrath. This session, we can take a quick look at the Tome of Paradise. We've got Exhilarating Pollen. All friendly units gain +15 morale. All enemy units have a base 90% chance of becoming distracted. That's no joke. Distracted is absolutely huge. It means all attacks targeting all of our enemies who are affected by it they're all considered flanking attacks. So, you know, we don't have to worry about, what are they called? Attacks of, not opportunity, retaliations, right? So that's good. Enchanted Bloom. Target friendly city starts altering terrain to grasslands at 1 province per turn. Spell extends up to 1 province outside the domain. While the spell is active, provinces with grasslands provide +2 food and +2 production income. Not too shabby. Nature's Bounty. All friendly units in the target province gain +15 max HP and regenerate 15 hit points in neutral and friendly domain for the next 2 world map turns. Very good for when we're in a pinch. Gaia's Chosen is a major race transformation. Not that we can afford it right now, but it infuses the target race with a blessing of nature. They gain charge resistance, making them strong against shock units, +3 status resistance, and +20 hit points. That's no joke, so eventually I would like that. Gaia's Chosen is also an interesting what do you call it, dichotomy, I suppose, considering how evil we are, but also considering that this realm is called Gaia, right? So it's a bit tongue-in-cheek, but I like it. Blessing of Paradise increases the target city's stability, and also income bonus from positive city stability is doubled. No joke. Fortress of Vines, another sustained city spell. Plus 10 fortification health, plus 2 fortification health per forest or mushroom feature in the domain, and it also spawns a living vine next to an enemy each turn during battle in the domain. Very powerful defensive spell there. Separately though, we have the Tome of Nature's Wrath. Destructive Regrowth is a terraforming spell. Target province is destroyed, turns into a forest, and units within sustain 10 blight damage. That's no joke. Awaken Instincts is a buff spell for the battlefield. Heal 15 temporary hit points, regain all action points, but also become berserk for 2 turns. That works out nicely though, truth be told. Devolve targets non-hero enemies with a 90% chance of transforming them into a random tier 1 animal until the end of battle. Big game changer. If resisted, it ends up stunned instead, so also quite effective. We have the Awaken the Forest spell here as well. The forest in a province is removed, and an entire army of animal and plants under our control is summoned in its stead. Absolutely huge. And then Summon Horned God, a tier 5 mythic unit with some amazing capabilities. I still think the Tome of Nature's Wrath makes the most sense for us over here. That's kind of what we've been representing for so very long. We are nature's pent-up wrath finally pouring forth, and so the Tome of Nature's Wrath it shall be.
Nature is the leaf upon the wind, the nestling newborn lamb. It is also the furious tempest, rending the land asunder, the mighty maelstrom tearing apart stone and flesh alike. Nature can be cruel, unforgiving, powerful. Harness it, and you will command the primal energies that leave lesser beings quaking in terror.
Very fitting, I think. Absolutely very fitting. Of the first 3 options over here, as much as I would love to have access to horned gods, the fact of the matter is that we cannot afford or sustain them. Instead, I'm kind of leaning towards Awaken the Forest. In a pinch, if we're able to save up enough mana, this could be it could turn the tide of an entire war. So I think we go with Awaken the Forest. Sure. Hopefully that's sustainable. Hopefully our economy does recover once, some of our other work is done. We'll see how it plays out. Apart from that, though, I do want to check the situation with Hot Toady over here. Are we now able to perhaps negotiate? No, they are not interested in us becoming their overlord. They are past that temporary phase where they thought that defeat is certain. So we'll have to convince them once more that the situation hasn't changed, not all that much. Fair enough, that's okay. We're looking good over here. Otherwise, we've got the Root of Nature Affinity Province Improvement. That's all well and good. Thorn has produced its stone walls. Good stuff. I don't think we're going to build anything else here right now. In fact, the stone walls may have been a waste as well. Improved stability wouldn't be the end of the world, though. We have the bathhouse available. 11 turns, 119 gold. My goodness. Oh my god, it does help with our economy. Sure, let's do it. A slight cost in the grand scheme of things. Spore Pit, how you looking over here, buddy? 2 more turns for the stone walls. Doesn't seem like we need them as desperately anymore, but we'll keep building them just in case. Don't want to be caught out of position. Stone Forge over here. I guess you were building something. You're good, though. You're good. Merchant's Guild. Nah, I don't think I need to invest too much here. Sacred Meadow. Spelljammers. Herbalists. Forest of Stakes. Nah, we're fine. You know what? We're fine. What units do we have access to here, though? Just all of our usual, it seems. Stoneforge? Are you... Okay, sure. Oh yeah, we got the Bastions and Halberdiers and Steel Shapers and stuff as well. I was like, what about all the local units? Right, we still have them. They're just very similar looking to ours because we're all toads. That's all good. Stoneforge, you're good. Astral Dew acquired. Where are we? Astral Dew. I thought we already had quite a bit of that. We did indeed. Fair enough, I'll take it. And otherwise, new Empire Development skill available. We can't afford to spend our Imperium anywhere except for Expanded Governance, but let's take a peek at Stolen Power. Gain 200 mana and 200 knowledge upon completing the conquest of a city. Look, we couldn't have afforded it last turn, so yes, it could have helped us when we took Stoneforge, but we couldn't afford it at the time, so it's fine. I'm not too fussed about that at all. And down over here we have Druidic Empire. Acquiring new population requires significantly less food. Again, can't afford it, can't be distracted by it. Let's move on. As an infestation is sending invading forces. This ritual circle needs to stop. God damn it. We'll deal with that once we're done dealing with Hot Toady, I think. But I do believe that's the turn done. Let's see what the AI gets up to, particularly over here. Or maybe over here. Oh, there's a lot to be concerned about. Let's, I can't fit them both in. There. Let's do that. Bangir, what are you going to get up to, buddy? Coming down. Are you going to attack? Oh, they're going to attack. This is a little worrying. No, we're fine. Oh, that actually works out really nicely. And I panned away from Carissa, but she's moving right now. Taking to the seas. Ooh, this might work out nicely. If they abandon Thunderwell, we might be able to get in edgewise. But look at that, though. Holy crap, man. Now, fortunately, a battle is only between 3 stacks on either side at a time. So it doesn't matter how many stacks there are in some ways, but in other ways, it means they're able to follow up against the same stacks more times than we are if they outnumber us, right? Like, if they have 9 stacks, then they can sustain 3 full battles, whereas if we only have 6 stacks, we can sustain 2 full battles. You get what I mean? So this is terrifying, but quite a few of them have taken to the sea, and if they're just moving down towards, let's say, Spore Pit or even Kregmar, that opens Thunderwell up for us to attack. Or if, one unit gets left behind, 1 stack gets left behind, we can cause a bit of damage. Maybe we sneak by and go to Slog Slot instead. What I'm concerned about, though, is this army being picked off by all these guys flowing southward. So let's go ahead and pull you over to here. Bring you towards Thorn, just in case. This guy might attack us, but I'm not too concerned. They'll cause a bit of damage, but they won't eliminate this stack, I don't think. Hopefully. Famous last words. Up over here, though, we look like we can take these guys on. Alright, we'll deal with that in a moment. First, I want to see the situation up over here at Glitter Grove. Are you secured? Are you ours? And have I wasted... Well, not really. Wasted time here? Yes. This is ours. I don't know why, but I was thrown off by the tooltip not including anything over here, and I just wanted to double check because, again, we need all the help we can get right now, right? So that's fine. We're good as we are. We were anyways trying to heal up, and it looks as though we are now topped up. So we're able to move towards Upastrand. And it looks like our vassal here from Nyson is actually doing the same. Oh, hopefully. Hopefully they've seen an opportunity and they're diving in, because that would be wonderful for us. As I said, during one playthrough before the game actually released, during an early access playthrough I was doing just to familiarize myself with the game, I had my vassals actually help me proactively in a war. So I was surprised not to see any of it here, but maybe it's because they were so severely outnumbered. This isn't amazing. It's also not the end of the world. They can't respond to us quickly enough. They won't be able to strike us next turn if they decide to pull back. We'd be able to isolate them and finish them off. Whereas if they decide to hit Woundheart, it does have decent fortifications. We invested quite a bit into Woundheart, so it does hurt to let it go. But hey, it's fine, right? Otherwise, we're letting our entire economy go instead. Up top over here. Jeez, this becomes a bit tougher to do now, doesn't it? Alright, Baba, how you looking? You're looking okay. You're also looking okay. Let's send you in to strike at Heartfang. Let's go. Start the siege. Yes, it'll only take 3 turns, but we can shorten that significantly, I think, with the help of a headlong assault, taking on the starting damage. We're up against a 6 stack. Should be okay. I just wonder about investing so much gold here. Undermining the walls, that's not too bad. 2 turns until breach. If we break the battlements as well, still 2 turns until breach. If we decide to invest in a headlong assault, still 2 turns. And with the onagers, still 2 turns, obviously, the math. If +5 isn't going to change it, then +3 certainly won't. Okay, let's stick with undermining the walls. Get those additional breaches. I don't want to take the damage to our HP. I don't need, like, onagers. They don't have ballista or anything like that, so we'll leave it at just the 1 siege project. Close that off, but let's send some reinforcements down over here. We don't need too many. I don't know what else might be hiding and waiting for us, but I don't think we need too many units down over here. We could just send in... who? I like these wolves a lot. I like the nymph over here. There's the Entwined Protector there. Everyone's got something I like. You know what? You've got 2 nymphs, so why don't we send this army down to support? Sure. Let's get you in there. Yeah. We already got the siege going here, right? 2 turns until breach. Looking good. Feeling good. We should have them significantly outnumbered unless they surprise us with some stacks in the shadows over here, I guess. But no one's going to come in from up over here because as they try to push in, we're going to have these guys standing guard. Baba, let's get you up over there. You're not actually going to enter. Just stay put. Let's get you up over here. And let's see what the AI tries. Hopefully nothing too clever. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff across the board. Yeah, let's turn our attention now to Fangir up over here, where I should certainly hope we have a safe battle. Might be able to auto-resolve this. Might want to fight it. Let's see what the AI does with the auto-resolve, and then we'll make a call based on how that plays out, right? Auto-resolve it first, and... that seems kind of expensive, but can I do better? Do I think I can do better than the AI did there? Because if we dive in and we take more than 2 losses, we'll be in a lot of trouble. Don't forget, the totem that I've grown so reliant on is expensive as far as mana is concerned, right? So I need to try and not involve that as part of the equation. But we have opportunities to summon some units with our Wild Speaker, for example. If we use Invigorate and stuff a little bit better, if we get... we get the right units out, we might be better off than the AI was. You know what? I think I have to try it. I think I have to try it. To the battlefield we go. Reality is, losing 2 units when we have potentially 3 full stacks waiting right around the corner is rather expensive. Unfortunately, the other part of reality is that I might actually do worse than the AI did. It's very possible I'll make some mistakes over here, and it'll cost us quite a bit. But hey, what's life without risks, as I like to say? We're taking one right now. Hopefully we do okay. Hopefully we do okay. What do we got? We got the Iron Golem over here. We've got some spell shields. We got a Soother up there. Got to keep that in mind, obviously. And these Spell Breakers that look harmless, but they can do a lot of damage. Up over here, we have a couple of Scout units that hopefully won't do too much hurt. We should be fine against them. We should be fine against them. Maybe we pick them off nice and early. Another Soother over here. We got some Gargoyles, some Arcanists. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. How are we split up over here? Quite a few of you down there. We got our Swamp Troll up over here with your Plague Spores and Poison Bolts. Fair enough. Bastion, Blessed Soul, Plague Serpent, our War Shaman back there. We have another War Shaman here. Berserker. There's Urlau, who I need to get kind of familiar with, I guess. They are able to charge, and they have that lovely Demon Step, let's not forget. And of course, here's our Wild Speaker. Now, they have some range capabilities, so let's try and use cover. Let's creep up to... where? Oh, these are Stink Flowers. Okay, fair enough. Let's send you up to here then. Let's not get too aggressive. Let's go ahead and conjure an animal up over here. Let's then move our Berserker. Where? Where? Up to here. I'm like trying to figure out if I want to close the gap or if I want them to close the gap. They'll probably play it pretty safely going into guard mode every so often. I want to try and bait them into the Stink Flower to distract them when they engage in melee, but I also want to have the charge of our Berserkers and stuff like that, so I'm in a bit of a pickle here. Let's get the Plague Serpent coming up here, because they don't have charging, right? Let's get the Berserker up to here. Urlau can stay back here again, able to charge, right? So we want to take advantage of that. Our War Shaman. Able to come up here, maybe get some casts off as the enemy is approaching. These guys, meanwhile, do I want to separate them and focus up over here? Or, you know what, here, let's do this. Let's get this War Shaman over here. We'll get our Blessed Soul over here, and we might actually have to be a bit more aggressive than I was initially anticipating, and I'll explain why in just a moment when we kick off our next turn. But for the time being, we're going to enter defense mode across the board and see what the AI gets up to. Come on, come closer. Oh my god. No, not that much closer. I mean, I do want them to be a bit more aggressive. I want to get my charges in this turn if possible. Don't know if this will work out nicely. We've got you over here. That retaliation's going to hurt. We can fire from back over here, barely doing any damage. That's not great. And we cannot close the gap with our charges. That's fine. That's fine. We can stay back over here, let them come to us. Let's move our Plague Serpent up over here, as I was kind of planning previously. Let's get the Blessed Soul. Could get the Vampire Spider Hatchling tucked away over here, moving in afterwards when the opportunity presents itself. Maybe if we can focus down on the Soother or something, finish it off nice and early is not a terrible idea. But in the meantime, yes, let's keep you in cover. And I'm starting to regret taking this battle on myself. I feel like the AI might have actually done much better than I'm about to do. I'm going to be honest with you. Starting to feel that way. Let's get our Blessed Soul. Up over here, sure. Really hoping these guys like line up over here so we can hit them. Let's get our wild speaker up over here, using Unleash the Beast onto you. Let's see if we can't get Orlau over here, pulling down this way to charge from down there instead. Sure, let's do that. And our Berserker, crap, when that happens, our Berserker has this gap to charge through, so that's okay. Really hoping we don't draw them down here, but chances are we will because the hero is exposed. But hey, we can always, well, we could sprint. We could sprint and pull back, seems rather pointless. If need be, we could sprint and pull back next turn with Slippery, or we could Demon Step around as well. Obviously, that's an option too. But alright, what's done is done. Let's leave it be. Our Berserker's back here, that's good. Our War Shaman over here is going to creep up to here, so we can use Invigorate and all that good stuff as the opportunity presents itself. We might as well get the Magic Blast up over here, or you know what? Let's pop Invigorate. Seems so wasteful. It's a waste of those extra hit points, but it does add Strengthened and Regeneration, which is helpful. So, sure. Sure, why don't we do this? Let's go ahead and go ahead and pull you back a little bit, because Buddy over here will close the gap then. Pull you back. Get you facing the right direction. Let's bring you... Let's bring you up to here. Let's bring you... Well, let's keep you there. We'll need to make a gap for the Berserkers, or we can bring the Berserker up over here, sure. And let's get our Swamp Troll up over here. Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's go ahead and pop Invigorate in this general area. I could actually pop another stack of Invigorate too, just to keep these guys alive, right? Because the cooldown on here is quite long. Let's get another stack kind of spread a little differently. Bit of overlap, but a bit of a different spread as well. Sure, let's do that. Hopefully that'll work out nicely for us. Maybe slightly wasted. Swamp Troll, you're fine. Up over here, we're going to go ahead and drop a couple of vines. You know what? The Totem of the Wild isn't that much more expensive and could distract the enemy for that much longer. 80 mana, I think well spent if we drop it down somewhere up over here, distract the enemy, bring them back while we deal with this contingent first. So let's pop you down. Let's pop you down, let's pop you down. Let's pop you down over here, because I don't want to be too far away either, because if they don't engage with the totem, I want to make sure that I'm able to, you know, close the gap here as quickly as possible. With that done, I believe our turn is over. Indeed it is. Let's see what the AI does. You're going to close the gap and attack, I should imagine. And we'll get some ranged attacks as well, I suppose. Ooh. Don't like that. What a waste. They took away our strengthened and regeneration. That hurts a lot. And they're going to get critical hits as well. Are you kidding me? This is not good. And these guys are coming through still as well. Oh, this is really not good. But hey, that's a waste of their Soothing Breeze, so that's nice. Taking some damage over here. There's the counter. Alright, in come these guys with some Soothing Breeze as well. Nope, they're going to attack. We're fine, we're fine. You know what? Our distraction plan did not work. This is not good. It worked a little bit, but not nearly enough. Not nearly enough. And look at the damage output there. Hot damn. Alright, at least you're staying up there as well. Sure, I'll take it. That totem's not going to last, though. Ah, that was wasted. Should have done the vines instead. Should have done the vines instead. Alright, we're okay, we're okay. It's not the end of the world. Not just quite yet. Not just quite yet. We're okay. Alright, what's the deal here? We are able to charge in. My goodness, look at that, though. We can flank you. Can't get to the Soother, unfortunately. Neither can you. Alright, okay. Our Serpent here can get an attack. We're not going to allow them to retaliate, obviously, if we can avoid it. So you can charge in. Cancel the retaliation there. You can charge in, cancel the retaliation here. We'll see where everything else goes. We could get some kills up over here, right? Eliminate some of these mystic projections. And what about you, buddy? You can get up and get some work done, too. Touch of damage here or here. What about our Plague Spores? Wow. Basically nothing. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Let's make some moves. Let's make some moves. Let's get you down over here, as was planned. Get a bit of work done. Good stuff. I'll take the crit, absolutely. Let's get you coming in from the back here, flanking. Yep, absolutely. And canceling the retaliation up there too. Beauty. Displace them a little bit. Don't know if I love that. Don't hate it, but I don't love it. You, my Bastion, can either come down here to flank these guys or chase after these guys and do a fair bit of damage, actually. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. You can come up over here and bite these guys in the back, so that's all well and good. Sure. Let's get you running up here. That damage out. Beauty. Beauty. Down over here, our War Shamans. Our Plague Serpent hasn't attacked yet. Go for it. What else are you going to do? Whatever you can cause, buddy. Whatever you can cause, I'll take it. And then our Blessed Soul here can come through. Again, this will distract us, meaning we'll get flanked. I could come up this way and hit from the back instead. Probably a better call. Or I could go chasing after the Soother and the Spellbreaker, leaving these Blessed Souls isolated and potentially focused down on. Alternatively, I stay put, enter defense mode, and try and protect our Plague Serpent over here. Might be the better call. You know what? No. Let's go for it. Let's get in there, get behind these guys, get some strikes in there, and we can use Archon Smite next turn, potentially. The Wild Speaker down over here. I mean, geez, this barely does any damage. We could try hitting up there instead. Does a bit more damage, I suppose. Yeah, sure. Let's... If I keep you put, we'd get our warding on these guys, which is probably worthwhile. Can't get this guy to come up high enough. What happens if I hit you, though? How much damage can we do up there? Quite a bit. Alright. Swamp Troll. Fire up over here. Hope for the hit. What if we go in with the Plague Spores now? A bit of damage, not a lot of damage. Sure. You know what? Stick with the Poison Bolts. 70% hit chance. I'll take it. Fire away. Come on. Come on. Beauty. Beautiful stuff. Okay. And they're diseased, right? If I saw that correctly. They're currently... Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Diseased, yes. So reduced resistance, and at the end of the turn, there's a chance the debuff will spread to adjacent units. I mean, no enemies adjacent to them, but hey, it's fine. You're going to go into warding. Oh, we can cause so much more damage now. Alright, here. Let's pull you up to here, get the 90% hit chance. Fire up there, hope for the crit. If we're lucky. Of course we're not. We can then move you. Up to here, sure. Bit of a risk here, but pop the shot, get the kill. Job well done, get those casting points as well. Not that we need casting points, what we need is mana. We're very low on mana. Down over here, this Wild Speaker is going to, I think, come up over here and enter defense mode to provide some warding. Whereas the Vampire Spider Hatchlings will, you know what, creep up this way. Try and close the gap up over here, I think. Fair enough. What else have we got over here? We can heal some temporary hit points. We can get regeneration stacks on some of these guys because a lot of them have lost them, right? You still have one, so that's good. If I do pop this, it's just for a single unit. If I instead take a look at Blossom of Life, that's 45 mana. Jesus, that's basically all of our mana gone. And then, of course, there's the Vine Prison that would buy us some time. You know what? Yeah, I think it's going to have to be the Vine Prison. Maybe up over here buying us some time. Or up over here buying us some time. Sure, pop it down over there. See what that does for us. Distract the enemy a little bit. I'll take it. I do believe that's our turn done. Vampire Spider Hatchlings are staying down there. They're going to enter defense mode. We'll get you facing the right direction. Oh no, that's these Vampire Spider Hatchlings. Right. Forgot about you boys. I mean, hey, we can cause some damage up over here, so we may as well, right? Go for it. Maybe we'll distract the enemy over here and they'll keep the totem alive. That, you know what? That took a lot more damage than I'd anticipated. We're in a bit of trouble. In a touch of trouble. Bolstering their own defenses. Healing up. Most unfortunate. Getting critical hits while flanking. Also very unfortunate. 3 critical hits in a row. Are you kidding me? We're going to lose that unit. We might lose this unit too. I should have just left it to the AI's results. Well, hey, at least the totem's still alive. So there's that. Those spiders aren't, though. Alright, distracted by the vines a little bit, yeah. Ah, not nearly enough, though. They're still coming down over here to get some damage done. That's not good. We're going to lose the Blessed Souls. These guys don't do that much damage, so I'm not too concerned about them. Though we can get the kills and drop enemy morale, right? It's a balancing act. Do I think I could get the morale angle here? Because I might need to. I might need to. Jeez. Alright, we do still have access to our healing roots because it's so cheap to cast. We can get 2 of those out, so that's promising. We could also get a cast of animate flora out, but that's a bit of a risk. Jeez. Our bastion over here. What do we want to do here? We can flank you. We can hit you. We can get the bolts down over here. Or do we focus on these guys again to work on enemy morale? It's quite good right now. It's neutral. It's neutral. Still. Not nothing. We could chase up over here, try and get these guys killed, I suppose. They're taking damage from bleeding and poison already, so that's to our advantage. Yeah, you know what? Sure. Let's go for it. And these guys up there. Try and get some work done. Down over here. Plague Serpent, what else are you going to do? Go for it. Bit of damage. Again, the Soothers are on cooldown right now. Our spiders over here are able to close the gap to the Spellbreakers, who are buffing their defense right now, if memory serves me correctly, and they could actually, in one fell swoop, completely eliminate our hatchlings. Jeez. Well, let's send you in. Try and get the bleeding in there. Good stuff. As they try to retreat, maybe we'll get the kill. Down over here, Urlau is able to get a hit up there, or down over here. Try and get rid of the Soother, perhaps. Berserker can hit here. The Bastion can hit down over here after the retaliation's been cancelled. Plague Serpent was flanking, so that's okay. These Magic Blasts do next to nothing. They do more damage up over here. So, alright, let's go ahead and fire up over here a few times, hope for a critical hit, maybe get the kill, and then decide what to do with our Swamp Troll. Come on, I need a crit here. Come on. Come on. Give me something, baby. You're up next. Wouldn't get the kill. Come on, come on, come on. No. Just barely. Just barely. The Swamp Troll can't do too much down there. Do a lot up there. Barely any hit chance, though. This really is unfortunate. If I pop the Plague Spores, decent bit of damage to both of them, we could kill the other scout next turn. Sure, let's try it. Trying to make the morale play over here. Down you go. Good bit of damage up there as well. Excellent. Gain some casting points. Not going to make that much of a difference. It's the healing that I need. Can I? I don't know if I can pull these Berserkers back without triggering the attack of opportunity, unfortunately. Urlau could use Demon Step to hit these guys with barely any damage, so what's the point there? Stick with the charge. It's just a matter of who we hit. If we hit you, you'll end up displaced. Same thing goes with you. If we hit you, you end up displaced. But at least we do more damage. Displacing you would allow our Berserker to go charging in. So that's to our advantage. Sure. Let's hit you. Good hit. And they haven't been displaced. But you know what? The retaliation's been cancelled, so there's that. How far back can I pull you? 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I pull you back to here, 1, 2, you might not be able to hit. So let's pull you back by 1 step. Turn you around and charge. I mean, that doesn't do any more damage, does it? I don't know if I can pull them back by another. This is a big risk. Okay, I could. Still doesn't do more damage. Where's my plus 20% per hex traveled up to 3 hexes? Come on. In we go, though. What else are we going to do with these guys? Bit of a hit there. Not too bad. The Bastion over here. God, you're in so much trouble, buddy. You're in so much trouble. Shield Wall might help. The temporary HP might help. So I think we'll try that up over here. Sure. Healing Roots. I think it's got to be Healing Roots. Drop that over here. Hope the regen helps. Maybe keep these guys alive. But we might lose the Blessed Soul over here. Flanking there, if we go in with Archon's Smite, 4 damage, are you kidding me? Versus 12. If I come up here, nothing. God, it's so tempting to pull these guys back. You know what? Fall back. Get into cover. Try and stay alive. I'll send them back in later to use their shield wall in defense, but for the time being, let's keep them alive. End the turn there. See what the AI does. Could be healing up there, so that's nice. This is going to cause us trouble. This poor snake. Oh, this poor snake. Barely hanging in there. Up here, Vine's doing some work. Nope, the spiders are, though. Took a touch of damage there. Those guys are still running, but they're going to get a hit in and get the kill. Yep, there it is. That's fine, that's fine. Totem's still standing. Down goes the serpent, though. God damn it. And that's not all we're going to lose. We're going to lose more. These guys are pulling back. They're going to turn around and hit the spiders. No. They're going to hit Urlau instead. Very well. Makes sense. Bit of damage over here. Nothing too concerning. But again, the morale damage we've done has been overcome by the AI getting kills in as well, right? So, you know, this is not working. This is not working out. This is not working out. Get some hits down over here, perhaps. 50% hit chance, 90 if we get a bit closer. One of these guys can finish you off, or it'll take two of them to finish you off. Ugh. Fine, let's get the swamp troll doing the job up over here then. Just so it's one unit being you. Don't you dare. I need this kill. Okay, thank God. At least morale for some of our troops has gone up, so that should come in handy. Fire down here. Where is my next cast of Invigorate? Not near enough. Not nearly near enough. Okay, that's okay, that's okay. That's okay. Pull you in to close the gap. Flank these guys. Yeah, good stuff. Got the bleeding up there. Down over here. I could demon step up here. Hurt a few different people. Get behind them. Get some hits in as well. Sure, let's go for it. Anyone burning? No burning? Alright, fair enough. But it's a lot of damage output. That is a lot of damage output. If I hit you, can everybody else come through and get the kill in? You're close enough to hit. You could nudge up to get a 30% chance of hitting. You got a 70% chance to hit. By the way, these guys have a gap over here. They can close to cause us some trouble. We need to finish these guys off. Alright, fine. Let's go ahead and hit you then. Closer to the kill, right? What's your Soothing Breeze looking like? 2-turn cooldown. Yours? 1-turn cooldown. You know what? Change of plans. Hit you instead. Maybe we can get the kill there. Not this turn, but next turn. Oh, and of course you end up closer. So tempting. So tempting. So very tempting. Alright, you know what? Take a chance here. Hit you, hope for the crit. No such luck, obviously. Resisting our poison as well, no surprise. Down over here, the Berserker. Pull you back, let's try this again. Take the attack of opportunity, it's not that bad. Loop around, yeah. Doesn't make that much of a difference. We'll take it, though. We can get some shots in from back over here. Oh, but we can maybe get the kill up there, right? Alright, pop the shot up there, let's go. Good stuff. They've been poisoned. I could get the kill here. I could get the kill here. 8 blight damage. They'd still be alive, unfortunately. So, yeah, you know what? Let's focus down and get the job done. Fire away, 90% hit chance. That'll be good enough. Down you go, helping our morale, hurting enemy morale as well, hopefully. Not significantly, but hopefully by enough. Do I pull you back, or do I send you in? Lose the blessed soul. Jeez. We're in trouble here, that's for sure. Let's pull back to here. 70% hit chance. Turn around and fire. See what this does for us. And then up top, we should have a new unit to use as well. Ah, birds. Kind of useless, to be honest. Pull you up here, try and distract the enemy as much as possible. Have they retreated their, Huh, looks like yes. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. End the turn there. Anybody else? Blessed soul. What to do with you, buddy? Am I really trying to keep you alive in these desperate times? Pull you back to here, keep you obscured, see what we can do. Healing roots down on anybody is not necessary, I don't think, so let's end the turn there, see what the AI does. Gargoyles are coming through, distracted by the vines. At least finally they're, proving somewhat useful. This flanking attack is going to hurt, but again, our regeneration is helping so much. That's good. What else is going on over here? Attack of opportunity. They're going to pull away an attack and cause a lot of damage, I imagine. Oh, focusing on those vines. Excellent. And unfortunately, warding over here. Those vines died themselves, which is unfortunate. Can I bring more vines in? I think it's a little too expensive, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Oh, we have so little mana left, man. We have so little mana left. But at least now the Swamp Troll can focus up over here. Not a lot of damage out there, eh? Not a lot of damage out there. Up over here, 30% hit chance. 50% hit chance, can do a bit of damage. You can do a bit of damage as well. The Berserker can get a charge in. Alright, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Focus on you, cancel your defense mode, get the spiders in there as well. Buddy over here can focus on these guys after their retaliation has been taken care of. I guess so. If I'm lucky, the birds can come through and finish the job as well. Alright, Urlau, let's go ahead and pop the charge strike here. Let's try something. Let's go ahead and pull back, right? 15 damage. Stays 15 damage. I'm not going to risk any more movement there. Let's go ahead and get the hit. Hope for a crit. Got the crit. Can't complain about that. Their defense mode was cancelled. We can go in over here with these spiders to get the kill. That sounds good to me. Don't even need a crit or anything, so that's great. Beauty. Job well done. Job very well done. These birds can maybe distract these guys or distract these guys. Not sure who's in more need of distracting, but we can cause more damage here, so leaning towards that. Send the crows in. They'll get eliminated by the gargoyles, I'm sure, but that's what they're here for. They've been summoned for this purpose, right? Good stuff, good stuff. And they're blinded, so that's good. Cool. We've got our Gore-Tusk piglets over here that can charge in and flank, get a bit of damage done, soften these guys up. Or we can pull them down this way to cause some trouble there. You know what? Let's send them over here to distract these gargoyles, keep them at bay. If that works, it works. Meanwhile, over here, do I send the Swamp Troll to try and eliminate these guys? As opposed to focus on these guys where we can cause very little damage. You know what? Sure. Send the Swamp Troll up over here. That's barely any damage. That's also barely any damage, because we're only going to get the one hit this time around. You know what? Why don't we go ahead and try to get the diseased up over here. 50% hit chance, but I'll take the risk. Come on. Beauty. Really hoping we'd crit by some sheer luck of the draw. 90% hit chances down here. Alright. That's a conversation worth having, but first let's pull the Berserker back a little bit. I don't know why I do this. It's not really benefiting us, but now it's become a bad habit. Actually, did that work out this time? I think so. Charge back in. Give me the crit. Come on. You know what? It's fine. I'll take it. I'll take it. You can turn around and get some damage done. Yeah, it's looking pretty good, actually. Are you still regenerating? Yes, you are. One more turn. Good. Let's go ahead and get the hit over here. Really hoping for a crit. No such luck. That's okay, though. They're facing the right direction to retaliate, so that's cool. Down over here, we can flank and attack. Do we have... Yes, we do. We do have Invigorate. Could come in handy right now. Could come in handy right now. You know what? Let's go ahead and pop Invigorate down over here. Keep these guys alive and healing. Right? Down over here, 90% hit chance. Go for it. And what we're going to do is follow up with our Wild Speaker. We should be able to come up over here for another 90% hit chance. Let's go. Fire away. Beautiful. Beautiful crit there. Lovely stuff. This blessed soul is going to stay back and stay alive, hopefully. Everyone's turn is done, eh? No new beasties up there. We use them up. Alright, that's the turn. I do have healing roots, but I'm going to hold on to them so we have at least 14 mana on the campaign map. Then the turn there. See what this does for us. A lot of regen coming through. There goes the totem, unfortunately, but you know what? It served its purpose quite well. Very well, actually. Up over here, the piglets in a bit of trouble, but not eliminated yet. And down over here, going to take a bit of damage, but retaliation might actually get the kill here, if we're lucky. No. No. No chance. But we're still standing. We're still standing. We've only lost the Plague Serpent so far, so feeling alright. You know what? Feeling alright. Enemy morale is extremely low right now, so they might surrender once we get the kill over here, which is just a hit away. What's the deal up over here? You can get a lot of damage done. 70% hit chance. I'll take the chance. Sure, go for it. Fire away. There's 1. Got the crit. Beauty. And 2. Another crit. Love it. And 3 crits in a row. Love to see it. Piglet can get the job done. No, it can't. They are routing, though. The crows can come through. Maybe get some work done. The piglets could finish them off, potentially. We'll see. No. And if I pull you back, 7. Let's go ahead and pull you back to here. Still 7. Alright, you know, it's fine. Nothing wasted, really. Charging in, getting the crit. Nah, no such luck. That's okay, though. That's okay. Up over here. What to do? What to do? You can get all the way up to there. So the Berserker should probably finish the job down over here. Dive in there. Beautiful stuff. Got the crit. Love it. Cancel retaliation. Boy, I'd say. Let's keep the fight going. Because I think I could maybe get 1 more kill in here, if not 2. It might work out for us. Let's get the hatchlings up there. Beautiful stuff. They're bleeding as well now. Let's get our Bastion coming up this way. Flanking as well, yeah. Go for it. And I don't want to displace them in the wrong direction. This will do what to us? This will distract us. Not the end of the world, right? Because the fight's almost done. So let's move you up to there. And get the hit down this way. And hopefully... Damn it. I was hoping they'd like displace down this way, but no such luck, obviously. That's alright, that's alright. Let's move you over to here. 65% hit chance, I'll take it. Maybe get the poison stacks on them. Maybe get a crit. I'll take that as well. 5% hit chance isn't amazing. Can't get close enough to hit those guys. So we may as well move up this way. Berserker's turn is done. You can come up this way. 45% hit chance, I'll take it. Sure, go for it. Come on now. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Attack of opportunity should finish the job up there. And this War Shaman, why not? What else are we doing? Fire away. Give me a crit. Come on, baby. Oh, you know what? I'll take it. For a 5% hit chance, I'll absolutely take it. The Blessed Soul hanging out at the back over here. Let's creep you up. They weren't retreating. They were tactically repositioning themselves to bait the enemy into a worse situation. End the turn there. See what the AI does. They're going to pull back, but are they going to get away? No, they're not close enough to the edge there. So, Piglets go chasing. Finishing the job off here. Beauty. And over here, Orlau. Oh, love to see it. Let's go. Beautiful stuff. That was extremely stressful. That was extremely stressful. We lost just 1 unit. The AI lost 2. So you know what? At the end of the day, we did in fact end up doing much better than the AI. You know, by a whole 50%, I suppose. All right. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Took a lot of damage, though, so we have to make sure we pull back and heal up. But we can definitely celebrate this victory over here. Holy. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. But if this army and that other stack that's out there decides to land, we'll be in trouble. So let's go ahead and, yes, pull back, as I was saying. You can get pretty far back, right? All the way back to Spore Pit, in fact, but you can't. So let's use you as the barometer, right? Let's pull you back to there. Let's pull you up to here. Let's make sure Spore Pit is still recruiting additional units as well. We have a bit of gold left. Another Berserker might be a good idea. They're doing quite well. For a little bit more, we could get the Druid of the Cycle, but they're kind of going to take a long time to get here. So Berserker it shall be, I think. The other option is a Wild Speaker. Helps to have the additional conjured animals, right? Because in future battles, we're not going to have the totem to help us, that's for sure. But we are going to have this stack that's making its way over. Alright, this will be interesting. We are in a very rough spot, folks. I really now wish we had pulled the trigger on vassalizing Woundheart a while ago, and I almost wonder if we should release something else as a vassal as well. I was thinking it'd be nice to keep Stoneforge, because then we'd have this one continuous and contiguous tract of territory, even when Woundheart is gone. But at this point in time, I'm wondering if we need to let go of Stoneforge as well. Jeez. Up over here, meanwhile, of course, the aggression from Thunderwell is scary, while down over here, we're trying to secure Heartfang. Though, you know, what can we actually do? In 2 turns' time, we could just burn it down. We could just burn it down. Because we won't be able to afford its absorption, nor do we have the room for it. In 2 turns' time, we'll be able to get a step of expanded governance, which would take us to an even number, 5 for 5, alongside the release of Woundheart, and that's when our economy will look a lot better. But, Yeah, this is looking rough. This is looking rough, folks. We'll see how it plays out next time. This is where we're calling it a session, a slightly longer one here, as that battle did last longer than anticipated. But I think we're okay. In a tough spot, in a rough spot, one misclick could send us spiraling if we aren't already spiraling. But hey, like I was saying earlier, that's what adds the spice. Folks, I hope you've been enjoying it. If you have, you know what to do. Let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As always, makes a very big difference in just letting me know what people are enjoying on the channel, letting me know what I should do more or less of, and how I should go about doing it. With all that said, as always, a massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, cheers.